here. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm sure we'll have more people join us a little bit later as well. So since we have so many people to be recognized today, so let's just get our celebrations started. And so first, I would like to thank all the audience for joining us to help us celebrate our extraordinary faculty and students, and also a big shout out to the staff in the dean's office, Emily McKellar, for organizing this event and preparing the PowerPoint slides and contacting the award recipient and also the faculty and student for attending today's event. And also thank you to all those people who will pay tribute to the faculty and student who are being recognized today. And also I want to thank Michelle Fuller in our dean's office for helping out. You know, she's remarkable. And also Diana De La Cruz and Rachel Lang for helping us organize today's events as well. And also Dr. Pierce Dufay, our remarkable associate dean, for helping us, keeping us, you know, above the water. So, and also I want to thank Deanna Nieto as well. So as you know, we have very amazing team in our dean's office. We are small but mighty. So thank you all to our fantastic team member in our dean's office to help our dean's office to serve our college and our faculty and staff and student. Thank you. And so now first I would like to recognize, so we'll go with the college level award winner first, and then we will then move on to the departmental outstanding students as well. Again, thank you all for coming to help us celebrate remarkable faculty and student and also our staff. So the first one I would like to recognize, and I know Dr. Stacy Fraser, she's actually have a class right now with her students, so she would join us later. So then we'll move on to the college level first. And so I want to see Dr. Case Mullion, are you here? Okay.
I don't think she is right now, Raylene. I'm sorry. She was planning to come. I just texted her and reminded her. So
okay, so maybe we'll wait, and if she join us, then we'll spotlight her later. Okay, so give her time to hop on. And so next is Dr. AJ Algam from the Communication Media Studies. She has been recognized for her extraordinary service to the department and the college and campus community, and also beyond the campus community. So Dr. Algam, congratulations. Would you like to say a few words?
Just want to thank you all. It's always a pleasure working with you, Dean Chuang, and also with you, Associate Dean Faze. I always call you Paris Du, so it's like it's always difficult for me to say. Yeah, it is. You know, we have a great department, we have a great college, and there are times are difficult right now. But there's good news. Instead of 8% of cuts, now we have 3% cuts. So so maybe things will look up for us all. So I'm happy to be in great company of great scholars and colleagues in my college.
Thank you, Dr. Algam, for your extraordinary service, and thank you all. Right, I know for all the faculty who are attending today's event. I know we're just trying to make do with very little, but we are the little engine that could, right? And then our whole entire college, you know, even in spite of very challenging circumstances, and we continue to thrive. And so our college really achieved a lot that, you know, with very little you know, budget. And so it's great. Again, thank you to all for everybody for making it happen. So now next, I would like to recognize our outstanding lecturer in our college, Professor Andrew Thompson. And I think, Andrew, you are here. Right. Andrew, would you like to say a few words?
Well, just thank you. I appreciate it. I always feel uncomfortable being recognized, and I just try to remind myself that the reward is the work, investing in students that, when the investment is put in, it comes back, and watching people cultivate and become great artists themselves. It inspires me to keep doing it.
Thank you, Andrew, for your remarkable work. You not only you teach, right? You also teach not just for art and design, you also teach for honors program, and you are also a very, very accomplished artist. You have solo
Thank you.
exhibitions. So you still have the exhibition at Riverside Art Museum?
That came down about a month ago,
Mhm.
but I had a solo exhibition at the Riverside Art Museum as well as the Lancaster Museum of Art and History. I currently have a single piece in the Ontario Museum of History and Art. They're open biennial, which I also won the Steve, I forget the whole title, but I won the photo award for it. Um, yeah, I'm doing quite fabulous actually.
Yes, yes, you're very remarkable, right? So not
Yeah,
only you're a fantastic professor, one of your expertise also photography, and you are also a very accomplished artist, and you have different exhibition, and that's
yeah,
one, a lot of wonderful reviews. And I have heard people who have seen your exhibition at the Riverside Art Museum, they really, remarkable about how
thank you.
wonderful your exhibition
I
is.
appreciate it. And while I have everybody's attention, I just also want to call recognize Dr. Scow, Dr. Lynn Scow, who is in the mathematics that I worked with for the honors program. The class that we taught this semester, which was a combining of photography and math, was truly life affirming for me. Yeah, just watching the students grow as well as learning from Dr. Scow and the exchange of ideas. It was a wonderful experience, and I'm really happy to have been able to participate in this way.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Professor
Thank you.
Thompson. And now we're going to move on to recognize our outstanding graduate and undergraduate student at the college level. And the first student we would like to recognize is Trisha Rose from Communication and Media, who's winning the Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award at the college level. And Dr. Julie Taylor would like to provide some comments about Trisha.
A hearty congratulations, Trish. You are most deserving of our Outstanding Undergraduate Award for the Department of Communication and Media and the College of Arts and Letters. Professor Gotch and I were talking about how to really capture your essence and share with everyone about your greatness. And the consistent themes that emerged were engaged, dedicated, motivated, and resilient. Having you in class was a pleasure because you showed up prepared for class discussions, often bringing your own curated material to enhance our conversations. And you were respectful of others' ideas through inviting them into conversations or acknowledging what they had said. You really helped to elevate classroom conversations and discussions, humanizing content, and really made us excited to do our jobs. Professor Gotch and I both feel so lucky to have been witness to your academic journey. We know that this is just a stop on your journey of making your mark in the world. You really are an inspiration to so many. Congratulations, Trish. We're so proud of you.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor. I see that you are also attending right now. All
I
right.
am. I'm so sorry I had to leave early. I wanted to make sure
Oh,
to be able to
good.
provide words for Trish.
All right. Trisha, would you like to say a few words? Congratulations for winning the Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award.
Yes, thank you. I'm incredibly honored. It's a completely different experience to be able to be recognized from the people that you consider your heroes, my teachers. Throughout my lifetime, it has been that my teachers, even in elementary school, all the way through my professors here at CSBSU that have kept me going in my education. And I don't think that teachers are recognized enough for especially those people that don't have the typical life at home with people encouraging them. So even the people that I see on this call have just been able to make my experience, make me able to thrive really, and made my experience so much better. I want to also say that I'm much better in presenting my experience in an analogy or a picture, and I describe this education, my higher education, as living in a one-bedroom apartment for a really long time, and then all of a sudden the sunlight hits in this perfect way, and all of a sudden you notice that there's a whole new room, and you go into that room, and then there's another doorway, and there's another doorway, and you're running around in astonishment because now you have a whole new way of looking at things, different perspectives, everything flipping itself upside down so that you could have more freedom and more space. And that's exactly how I feel. And again, I couldn't have had that if it was not for my professors that have provided that environment for me. And I'm so, so grateful to be here.
Wow. Oh, very moving. Thank you so much, Tricia, for your wonderful accomplishment as well. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at the convention. All right,
Thank you.
congratulations. Okay, and the next student we would like to recognize is our outstanding graduate student, Catherine Posada from the Art and Design from the MFA program. And Professor Allison Riget will provide some comments.
Yes, congratulations to Catherine Posada. Are you with us? Is she with us? I don't think we have Catherine. I guess
Yeah, I don't think Catherine is
Ah,
here
no,
yet.
Catherine. All right. Well, what I want to say about Catherine is that she is really an incredible maker. She started off working in ceramics and expanded into multiple media and has tackled all kinds of projects with great confidence and curiosity. I would say that she's a very determined and assertive individual, and that's really served her with her thesis project. Her work is about her Salvadorian American identity and how tradition is passed down through the women in her family. And the exhibition that she put together that was shown in RAFMA was really a stunning array of works that kind of blend her two cultures. And we were so honored to have the Consulate General from El Salvador attend the opening, which was really exciting. And that led on to some really fabulous opportunities for her as well. And I just think that the women in her life, the ancestors in her life are so proud of her accomplishments and how she depicted that kind of liminal experience in her work. And I think she's got a really bright future ahead of her.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for paying tribute to Catherine. Now it really makes me want to see her picture and her artwork, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Riget. And then next, we would like to recognize our other outstanding graduates in the college level, Veronica Morales and Dr. Bobby Smith has graciously agreed to provide some comments about Veronica.
Yes, I have the honor of talking about our outstanding graduate student, Veronica Morales. I first met Veronica in the fall of 2002 when she enrolled in my graduate seminar that semester. She was the top scoring student in the class. Later, Veronica served as my teaching assistant in an undergraduate course on women writers. As part of her duties, she lectured on Margaret Atwood's dystopian novel, The Handmaid's Tale, and Veronica's students really appreciated how you made the material more accessible to them. For the past 2 years, Veronica has been the lead organizer of the English department's semi-annual graduate student conference that had been dormant until she took up the charge. More recently, Veronica completed a master's thesis entitled Voicing the Margins, Contemporary Chicana Autobiographical Writing, in which she analyzes nonfiction autobiographical narratives by Ana Castillo, Sherry Moraga, and Sandra Cisneros, and also contextualizes the history of their production and reception. Veronica argues that, as she puts it, It is essential to shed light on the contributions of these women, as their work not only challenged the male-dominated literary canon, but also expanded the discourse on identity, feminism, and intersectionality within literature. In the wake of the current widespread dismantling of DEI-A initiatives, Veronica's research demonstrates the value of paying attention to and carefully studying literature produced by minoritized authors. Since her first year at CSUSB, Veronica has been invested not only in her education, but also in taking advantage of opportunities that position her to help other underrepresented students like herself thrive. The success that she has fought hard to obtain means that she embodies possibility for the students that she teaches. I'll close here by noting that this fall, Veronica will start her doctoral studies in literature at the University of Southern California. I think that I can speak for the entire department, Veronica, to say that, we are tremendously proud of you. And I, for one, can't wait to call you Dr. Morales. So congratulations, Veronica. You deserve this.
Thank you, Dr. Smith. And also, Veronica, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much to the department. Professor Smith is just one of the many mentors that have helped me shape who I am today and the scholar and activist I am today. You've all built so many communities for me to be a part of and contribute to. So just a few of the professors, Dr. Luck, Dr. Smith, of course, Dr. Cav with her prison education program. I know I saw Dr. Corrigan, Tomas Corrigan, who does a lot of work with the CFA and the Students for Quality Education, really helped build a really strong community for me on campus. And Dr. Hyun, who helped me practice my interview with USC and helped me during a time where I was looking for a job and applying to so many places. And yeah, just thank you all to so many mentors on campus and for believing in me and investing your time. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Veronica. We're so immensely proud of you. I just want to say this year, we have a lot of wonderful nominations for outstanding undergraduate student and graduate student at the college level. It was so difficult to choose because every single student, they're all so wonderful and so impressive with all they have accomplished. So again, congratulations to all the outstanding undergraduate and graduate student at the college level. And then before we move on to outstanding student at the departmental level, I also would like to recognize Dr. Raisa Alvarado for winning the Outstanding Faculty Mentor and Research Creativity Award. So Dr. Raisa, I know you were here, so would you like to say a few words?
Sure. I'm so unbelievably, excuse me, inspired by Veronica's speech. I'm a first generation low income Chicana from Southern California, a very proud alumna of the Cal State system. My bachelor's degree was at Cal State San Marcos. My master's degree was from Cal State Long Beach, and my PhD was from the University of Denver. And the goal has always been to come back to the Cal State, the system that built me, that fortified my ethos and resilience, and to be here and to have the opportunity to teach. It's just a full circle moment for me. And so, thank you, especially to Dr. Julie Taylor for nominating me and taking the time and the labor to collect that material and present this research package. She is my faculty mentor, and I really, really just want to thank her for taking the time. But it's another day. I will give to students what was given to me, and that is my ethos. I will pay it forward. I will pull up. I will help. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Alvarado, for being a great mentor to our student. Like you, I was a proud CSU alumna too. I would say yes. CSU has created a good foundation for me so I could thrive. So a big shout out to all our faculty and staff for really being a great mentor to our students. Over again, I constantly hear faculty and the staff, they talk about, we wouldn't be here had you not for our students. So again, can we give a big shout out to all our faculty and staff for being here for us to help us stay afloat, help us keep moving forward, and help us thrive and to be our most amazing self. So thank you again to all the faculty and staff for helping our student and our college. And so now, and also one more thing before we move on to recognizing outstanding graduate and undergraduate student at the departmental level, I also want to thank all the faculty who speak today, and also for all the faculty who nominate our faculty and students. Again, someone could be very, very amazing, but without anybody to recognize them or nominate them, they wouldn't, would possibly may not have won the award, right? So thank you all to those people who nominate our outstanding faculty and student. Without you, some of them may not have been recognized. Okay, so thank you again. So now we're gonna move on to the outstanding. Oh, Dr. Case Mullion, are you here now?
Yes, I am. I'm so sorry.
Okay, thank you. All right, Dr. Mullion, again, congratulations for winning the college level outstanding professor in teaching and instructional related activities. So Dr. Mullion, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, I would. I mean, this award is an immense honor, given the quality of the teaching in the College of Arts and Letters. And I want to thank the endlessly awesome Jessica Luck, the chair of our department. She's extraordinary. She did not have the time to recommend me, and yet she found the time to recommend me. So thank you. Thank you, Dean Chuang, trendsetter and hands down coolest dean in the school. And all of the colleagues who've inspired me with their pedagogical abilities. I go and I observe people and I'm just blown away by things people are doing in the classroom. And of course, finally, to the students whose earnest determination to learn and achieve is the greatest stimulation of all. It's hard work that we do here, but it's real and it's meaningful. And I feel humbled by my students every day. So thank you for letting me do my bit. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Dr. Mullion, for winning the Outstanding Teaching Award. And so now we're going to move on to recognizing outstanding student at the departmental level. So the first student we'd like to recognize is Sierra Kimball from the Art and Design Department. And Dr. Scalisi would like to say a few words about Sierra first.
Yeah, so congratulations to all the award winners so far, and especially to Sierra. Sierra is among the most memorable and engaged students I have ever had the pleasure of teaching. In my art history course in the fall of 2023, she distinguished herself early on as a critical thinker, making our discussions more complex by bringing in knowledge from her own artistic practice and raising the stakes by connecting course content to important issues outside of the classroom. She role modeled how to get into the messiness of learning by sharing her ideas at early stages, at well-defined stages. And she also encouraged her classmates to do the same in big and in small ways. She produced one of the best research and most interesting papers in the course on a super understudied topic. She was not deterred by the lack of existing research on queer Latina performance, and neither was she intimidated by reading adjacent theoretical texts to analyze her chosen art objects. Instead, she was motivated. She came to office hours. She asked for extra feedback. She came to office hours. She read new books that had literally just been published. And again, she came to office hours. She honed her inquiry into a stunning trans-historical paper on trans-Latina agency through self-fashioning and performance in photographic selfies. So she's working like across all of these different fields. This spring, she developed that seed of a paper into a sophisticated, expansive research paper that continued to document and theorize trans visualities in our history under the advisement of my colleague, J.B. Decemberali. She addressed the neglected history of trans artists and representation in art museums and art collections, and identified how communities can self-represent in spaces they develop and how the rest of us can just make room. She gave marching orders for my discipline. She presented her paper in the annual Art History and Global Cultures Research Conference at the Cheech Marin Center for Chicano Art and Culture, a very public and professional stage on which she excelled not only in presenting her work, but entering into dialogue with the public and with museum professionals about the stakes of her work. Because of her dedication and character, I invited Sierra to be an embedded peer mentor in my research course this semester. She has supported almost 50 students in learning how to speak up in class and how to do research and writing in art history. She's found the right tone to be that extra support in class during writing and discussion activities, and she has helped produce an incredibly productive, daring, and connected classroom. My colleague Tamara Sedri noted that she was a leader and forward thinker in two of her courses as well, noting she was the most consistent and enthusiastic volunteer in 2 socially engaged art projects in the Inland Empire. Sierra also serves as the intern at RAFMA, and she has volunteered for Art and Design Annual Open House, hosting an activity for art education of her own design. So truly an engaged student who will represent Cal State very well as an alumna. Congrats, Sierra.
Thank you, Dr. Scalisi. Very impressive, Sierra. Sierra, are you here? Would you like to say a few words?
I'm here. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go cry about that later. Um, uh, thank you to everybody that has given me the opportunity to thrive. Like the dean said, sometimes you don't know that students need to be recognized to be able to be recognized and know that they're doing well. And I really put myself out there this semester, and I'm very happy that I did because I'm getting recognized for it and also getting these really cool opportunities to do things in the world that make a difference for my community and for others. I look forward to going into a master's program soon and pissing people off with more museum intervention and talking about more art history and changing the world with art history. But thank you so much to everyone. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Sierra. Very impressive records. We're so proud of you. And now the next student we'd like to recognize is Marissa Wolf from the English department. And Dr. Sunny Hill would like to say a few words about Marissa.
Marisol Hoth is graduating with her BA in English Literature concentration with a perfect cumulative GPA of 4.0, which is a testament to the fact that Marisol is remarkably intelligent, intellectually curious, and incredibly hardworking. She is also a supportive and kind friend to her classmates. Marisol's goal is to be an English teacher, and she has already been a tutor of both biology and English for students at Alta Loma High School. In addition, Marisol completed a summer internship with the Sam and Alfreda Maloof Foundation, researching and writing about the plants and wildlife in the Maloof Garden, so that this material could be used in the Maloof educational programs. It is clear that Marisol will be a wonderful teacher and mentor to her future students.
And Marissa, would you like to say a few words? I see your family member is here with you as well. Thank you for inviting your family member here so they could help us celebrate your achievement as well.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for your kind words, Professor Hyun. I really appreciate it. I've always loved being in your 2 classes, especially because you've helped show me like what kind of teacher, like what kind of things in teaching I would like to implement, such as like, talking to my students about their lives, like sharing some of my hobbies, and just like overall trying to like encourage them that like over time life gets a lot better and a lot happier. This is just a hard point in it. So I really appreciate like your positivity and like your dedication to helping us like want to plan our futures and wanting us to like be able to help other people have the inspiration to plan their futures too. And I would also like to thank Professor Smith. I loved being in his class too, and I really appreciate both his and Professor Hyun's nominations for this. In Professor Smith's class, I had the opportunity to write about a variety of things such as neurodivergence and queer identities, and I really enjoyed writing about both of those. And I took that my first semester here, which I think has like helped me get into writing more about like mental health and just a lot more about the emotions of the human experience. And I would really like to thank Dr. Kate Simonian too, because without her, I wouldn't believe in my writing as much as I do at all. She's encouraged me a lot with writing, and I hope to try to get some of my things published. Last semester, I had the opportunity to take her independent study and start writing a novel, which was really exciting. I never thought I'd be able to start writing one, and I'm 150 pages in, so hopefully someday it'll get finished. But yeah, Kate, thank you so much for everything you've said to me, all of your kind words and inspiration, motivation. Like you really make me believe that my words have value. And when I become a teacher, I hope to inspire my students to write as much as you've inspired me. But yeah, this has been a great 2 years here. I've really enjoyed my time, and I'm looking forward to being a teacher and hopefully coming back to get my master's in writing and rhetoric. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Marissa. And thank you, Dr. Young, for saying the words about Marissa. And the next one that we'd like to recognize is the outstanding students for Stephanie Edward from the Liberal Study Program. Stephanie, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, great. Okay. And then we also have Dr. Danny Dwere would like to say a few words about you first, and Stephanie, you will then have a few minutes to talk about what would you like to say as well. Dr. Dwere?
Thank you everyone for joining us and really celebrating our students' accomplishments and faculty. You can see Stephanie. I should not be highlighted in here. Stephanie's face and accomplishment should really be the spotlight, or I'm talking about spotlighting. Let me just take a few words, and all with her permission, of course. You know what? Every once in a while, you meet somebody who's going to really touch your heart, but who's going to keep a huge influence on our community. Here is Stephanie's story. A human being, an ordinary person who is simply extraordinary. She's going to get both degrees this time, tomorrow, liberal studies degree and a teaching credential in multiple subjects. So she will be an elementary school teacher. But that's not enough. She also is graduating with a magna cum laude, 3.9 GPA in her credential, 3.7 overall. But that's not the full story. Are you all ready? All right, well, get some tissue paper because it is really heartwarming story. Stephanie is a first-gen person. She's a melanoma survivor. So we're so happy that you have survived cancer, Stephanie. She's a mother of 3 boys. 2 of them have autism. She's been very involved with their education. As you know, special educations, all the type of therapies you can have. She's also a loving and a caring wife of her husband, who's also going through chemotherapy for pancreatic cancer. If that does not, if your GPA by itself is not a testament for all that you have done, just imagine all these additional challenges that you're going. We cannot be more proud of you than this, Stephanie. For all of you, Stephanie graduated in 2001 from her high school with a 2.1 GPA. And with a 2.1 GPA, she would not get into any school, UCs or other prestigious schools. But somebody who has done everything that she has done, graduating with a 3.8 GPA, is a testament of going through all of the challenges. That somebody who is determined to be a positive role model to all of us. She has been always involved with her husband, with her family, with her children. She's a daughter of somebody, of her father, who served in the Navy and with the San Bernardino Sheriff. 2 of her brothers are today active sailors, and she is passionate about civil service. And this is what you are doing to all of us, Stephanie. I know that you've spent hours and hundreds of hours in our office, in our lounge, always inspiring and always working. You are today your student teaching for third and fourth grade in our own community, San Bernardino Unified School District. I'm going to quote you on something you say. I or Stephanie models a teaching philosophy rooted in optimism, empathy, and growth. Well, you do not model it. I mean, you are it, and you are modeling it, of course. So thank you for all of this. And I love your word when you say you place your classroom as an encouragement. It's contagious feeling that you give to your students to always be so optimistic. Thank you for everything you do. We hope you will be coming to us here as a guest speaker to inspire all of our students who think that they're struggling. If they think they have a story, let them hear your story. I am sure you're not going to be only an amazing leader to all your students. You're going to be a leader to our community, to our school districts, to all of our majors. We hope you'll always be part of the Liberal Studies program of the College of Arts and Letters and of all of our community. Stephanie, congratulations. You're it. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you, Dr. Dury, for speaking about Stephanie's amazing, inspiring journey. As you can see, many people wrote about it in the chat box. And so, Stephanie, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you. I'm at student teaching right now, and my students are so excited to see what a college life can be like, and to really understand that their potential is limitless. And I am so honored to be recognized and to be noticed for, just working towards a dream. And I appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Congratulations, Stephanie. Congratulations to you again. And also thank you for continuing to work toward your dream. Okay, best wishes. And now the next student we'd like to recognize is Ali Morones, but I think she's not here. And we have a congratulatory remark from Dr. Jessica Gedman from the music department.
Hi everyone, this is Jessica Getman from over in the music department, and this is just a short video and congratulations for Ali Morones as our Cal Outstanding Student from the music department. Ali has been just a fantastic student, not only academically, but also in terms of really just engaging with learning music, but also learning her career in music, and in engaging with her colleagues and just helping to lift them up as musicians and performers. I've done a lot of research with Ali as our musicologist on staff, and so, I've had the pleasure of doing research with her, of helping her write papers. She served with me as a student assistant. And in that time, I've just known her as a very reliable person, but also a very creative person who really loves what she does, and she really loves teaching her students. I've also seen her act as kind of a linchpin for all of our students here in the music department, pulling all of them together, helping with performances with Dr. Frazier in opera theater, helping working as staff for other performances, helping students like pull together and do their homework well, work hard on their ensemble performances, all of these things. She's just been kind of a center of outstanding performance and the encouragement of outstanding performance for the rest of our students. So I want to say congratulations to Ali. This is very well deserved, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how her career unfolds in terms of teaching and creating the career that she will really love, but will also really benefit our community and benefit her students.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Getman. She couldn't attend because, again, for music department, we have a lot of end of the semester, that kind of audition or recitals. So again, thank you so much, Dr. Getman, for providing the video. And the next student we'd like to recognize is Dylan Garland from the philosophy department. And Dr. Andrea Daventry would like to say a few words first.
Hello. So I'm very excited to be here to congratulate Dylan for this award. He is a truly exceptional student and philosopher, And it's hard for me to articulate all of the ways in which he's deserving of this award in the time that we have, but let me try. So his ability to understand complex readings and explain them clearly is really extraordinary. His written work is consistently amazing, and I speak for all of the other professors in our department in saying that it's always standing out in all of the classes that he takes. I often find myself reading his writing and thinking like, oh, that's a really great way to put that point. I should have put it that way when I was explaining it. He's also a wonderful participant in class, asking excellent questions, sparking really great conversations. And whenever he's doing small group conversations with other students, I find myself like wanting to be a part of their discussions because I want to know what they're talking about. The same is true in the weekly philosophy club meetings. Whenever he comes, I'm always excited to see him there because I know that he's going to have thoughtful things to add and make the conversation lively and productive. In our senior seminar this semester, which I was thrilled to see that he enrolled in, he often anticipated concerns and objections before I had the chance to get to them. And often he raised really important concerns that I hadn't considered before. I'll also just note that disagreement is an essential part of philosophy. We're always engaging with ideas that we might disagree with, and doing this in a way that's disrespectful or that's respectful and that engages with the relevant ideas is a really difficult thing to do, but Dylan is exceptional at it. He shows genuine curiosity about what others are thinking. He really wants to understand other people's points of view, and he's genuinely just a model of what respectful and productive disagreement and learning from other perspectives should look like. So just in closing, Dylan's an incredibly impressive student across the board. He's the kind of student professors hope to have in their classes, and having him as a student has helped me grow as a philosopher and a professor. He's going to be seriously missed, but I'm really excited to see what wonderful things come for him. You are going to make an awesome lawyer, Dylan.
Thank you, Dr. Deventry, to talk about the wonderful thing that Dylan is. And Dylan, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, I am incredibly grateful to the opportunity that CSUSB gave me. Before I transferred here, I was kind of in a dead end and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. But, you know, you guys gave me the chance to really make something of myself. And I want to thank the wonderful philosophy department for being so engaging and supportive and really helping me develop as a person. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dylan, for sharing your thoughts with us. And so now next we will move on to recognizing outstanding student from the Theater Art Department, Cameron Ruggiero, and Professor Andre Harrington would like to say a few words about Cameron. Professor Andre.
Good morning. Can you all see me? Oh, there I am. I'm over in the art department grading. Give me 1 minute. I was looking for my document. Just hold on. Cameron, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm back on campus so I can make my third trip back home from packing up my dorm. And so I can be here to get ready for
I saw you in your car
the
earlier.
hair gala tonight.
I saw you. Well, Cameron, you know, is quite special on many, many levels. I am the chair of the Theater Arts Department, and it is an honor to actually be able to speak and give you some insight to his contribution to our department. Cameron is eager and willing to participate. His sincere appreciation of how we work and produce theater as a department is encouraging. Some students don't always understand that. He has been a committed member of the PPG, the Players of the Pear Garden, the oldest student group on campus, and currently holds the role of treasurer. Aside from just being more than just the treasurer, he is a full-body committed force within the student group. Now, during his time here, he was then beginning navigating the space, trying to figure out where he was going to fit, and a catapulting moment occurred in the fall of 2024 when we needed a stage manager for the fall production of Midsummer Night's Dream. Now, normally the department relies on student work here as a stage manager to acclimate them to the field, to get them some a scope of leadership and ideas of what it means to facilitate and produce the work. Well, I spoke with Cameron. He was a little hesitant, but I encouraged him to accept this responsibility, all knowing that on the ground training would be necessary. After a few days of contemplation, he agreed to stage manage the show. Suffice to say, his ability to organize, facilitate, and nurture the cast was extraordinary. We found that he aptly performed those duties with grace, skill, and determination. Every departmental staff and faculty member has engaged with Cameron, leading to a proven success as we relish how we mentor and train our students. He is also a department student assistant and always finds the energy and time to contribute and support the need of the front office, the box office, and the student club. It goes without saying that Cameron is most deserving of this recognition, and I personally would like to thank Cameron for being a smile in the office when I walk in every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Arrington. So Cameron, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, thank you, Professor Harrington, for putting me for this. I really do appreciate it, especially for all the work that I have done in your department. CSUSB has taught me a lot, especially about adaptability and how to change and transfer what skills I have taken from one place into another. I have been in many different places on this campus. I was an athlete. I was on the CSUSB cheer team my first 2 years here, and that's when I was first a club treasurer. I have performed on the Ronald E. Barnes stage 3 times, and then I got to work behind it. I have taken my skills into my work, into other people's work, and many other projects. And so I'm really happy and appreciative that I have gotten to learn so much in this space from so many different people in so many different ways on how to do things. I really do appreciate the opportunity that this department has given me so I could grow as an artist. And I'm so excited to just go out into the world and help so many other people share their art that they create.
Congratulations, Cameron. Best
And
wishes.
he said that, and that's what he said. That's it. He said it.
Yes, right on. All right, and the next we would like to recognize Marlene Valdez from the World Language and Literature as the outstanding undergraduate student for the department, and Dr. George Thomas would like to say a few words about Marlene.
Yes, congratulations, Marlene. Marlene has been a great student, and I think one of the testaments to her ability to succeed academically is that she wasn't originally a Spanish major, so she changed her major, and she was still able to finish on time. I mainly know her from an advisor perspective, since I've never had her in class, but she's always been great to talk to as an advisor. She always follows instructions, follows through, and has been, a great student in all of her classes. I'm just going to read from the letter of recommendation that one of the professors who I think I saw was here, Dr. Esteban Cordova, since he did have her in class and wrote these wonderful words about her academic performance. So Dr. Cordova wrote, Marlene's academic excellence is complemented by her dynamic and proactive engagement in class. She regularly contributed insightful comments and thought-provoking questions during lectures, demonstrating a level of intellectual curiosity that enriched our discussions. Her presence in the classroom was consistently positive as she encouraged her peers to think critically and approach topics with fresh perspectives. She was never hesitant to share her thoughts, and her contributions often sparked lively debates that benefited the entire class. What stands out most is her genuine desire to help others. Marlene was always willing to lend a hand to classmates who were struggling, offering guidance and support in a patient and constructive manner. And so I think not only the academic excellence is there in terms of Marlene being a great student, but she's always very friendly and helpful. So congratulations to you, Marlene or Marlene. It's a well-deserved award for you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Thomas. And Marlene, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, of course. So, yeah, first of all, thank you so much. It really is an honor to be recognized for this award, and I'm beyond grateful. And I've definitely enjoyed my time here at CSUSB, and especially appreciate the staff, in particular, Dr. Tomas and Dr. Cordova, along with my peers, because they made my college experience one to remember. So thank you again.
All right, congratulations, Marlene, and thank you, much, Dr. Thomas. And now we're going to move on to recognizing our outstanding graduate student at the departmental level. The first one I'd like to recognize Stephanie Alfonso. I think, Stephanie, you are here. I know you're, I saw your name. And Dr. T.C. Corrigan will say a few words about you first. Stephanie?
All right. Yes, thank you for the opportunity to celebrate Stephanie Alfonso. And I'm really glad that Stephanie can make it. She's at the Collaborative Journalism Summit in Denver right now. And so she stepped out of the panel to join us here. So I knew a little bit about Stephanie when she was an undergraduate student, because she was an outstanding undergraduate student in our program. But I hadn't worked closely with her until she took my topics course in 2023 on the Inland Empire news ecosystem. Like communities across the country, the Inland Empire is facing a crisis in local journalism and, by extension, local democracy and community. And while it's easy to sort of focus on the depressing nature of that crisis, Stephanie was and remains most focused on solutions. And one solution to the crisis in local journalism is to create local coalitions or hubs to support and grow community media. Count me among the folks that sort of thought sounds complicated. I'm not sure we have the resources at CSUSB or in San Bernardino to do something like that. But Stephanie would have none of that. And she, insisted that myself, my colleagues, and herself really push to create these sorts of structures to support community journalism in the Inland Empire. She's worked with our local journalism partnerships initiative in a variety of ways, but most importantly for her graduate project, she conducted interviews with leaders of community media coalitions from across the country, and she developed a best practices guide to inform our and other communities about how to create and sustain effective community media coalitions. Stephanie's a sharp thinker. She's critical without being cynical, and she has boundless enthusiasm. We're really proud of Stephanie and her work, and we're sure that she's going to do our department and the college proud as she pursues her PhD in mass communication at Penn State, where she has a full ride and a graduate assistantship starting this fall. So it's been terrific working with you, Stephanie. I look forward to continuing to work with you, hopefully. But thank you so much for your time in our program.
Congratulations, Stephanie. I know you were multitasking. You were at the conference. Were you able to say some few words?
Yeah, no, I just want to say I am so thankful to our department, and also big shout out to my mentor, like taking me under his wing, the greatest political economist of all time. Just gonna say that already too late, dubbed it. But I want to say we have the most amazing department. Every single faculty that I have met have been not only supportive, but encouraging, and helped really get me through this journey, whether that was improving me and to get me to where I am as I continue on. But I just want to say thank you to everyone, from my professors to our staff members to our just department and even our dean. Like, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making this a wonderful experience. Can't beat CSUSB. I would not have had my journey any other way. And again, thank you to you, Dr. Corrigan, because without you, I would not be where I'm at. And I'm at a super cool conference now. So thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Right. And also, Stephanie, I loved your outfit, your jacket.
Thank you. I had
It's
to go with
very
the new
fitting for the conference theme.
Thank you.
It's great. Again, congratulations, Stephanie. Best wishes for your PhD journey at Penn State.
Thank you.
All right. And the next student is also from a communication study that would like to recognize it, Bristol Nabines, and who actually essentially, she pretty much run the honors program, I would say. And so I think Dr. Julie Taylor couldn't attend now because she got other engagements. So we have Dr. Taylor's video Bristol first, and then we'll have Bristol say a few words as well.
Congratulations, Bristol. We are so excited to celebrate you through this award. You have been an unwavering joy to work with. Being your undergraduate mentor and your thesis chair was an absolute honor. For those of you who are just meeting or new to Bristol, she's the type of person who leaves the world a better place than how she found it. She is genuinely a community-minded human and scholar. She has completed various research projects, attended numerous conferences, and really helped to transform processes in the CSUSB honors program. Bristol is an accomplished and curious thinker. Asking questions is at the heart of who she is, how she experiences the world, and then how she reports back, which will no doubt serve her well in her PhD program at Colorado State University, which has been voted one of the best graduate programs by our National Communication Association, and where she was awarded 4 years of funding and additional Promising Scholar Grant Awards. She's a great usher and co-recipient of our Department Outstanding Graduate Student Award. A hearty congratulations, Bristol. I'm so proud to have been part of your academic journey and look forward to seeing how you transform the world in the future. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bristol. And again, thank you so much for what you have done for the honors program, and best wishes for your PhD journey at the Colorado State. Would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, I was going to say, similar to all of the other students, I would not be here without my professors, without my faculty mentors, and just being able to have the chance to learn new things and to grow with them. Similar to Trish, who's our outstanding undergrad, I also had a very tumultuous start to my education, and I know that I would not be here without the professors that helped me along the way and made that kind of a difference. And also huge thanks to you, Dean Schwang, for all of your guidance as well, and your frequent pizza with the deans. Super enjoyable, but thank you.
Congratulations, Bristol. We're immensely proud of you, and the best wishes for your PhD program. So now next we would like to recognize Francisco Lorenzo from World Language Literature's Spanish program, and Dr. George Thomas will say a few words about Francisco first.
Yes. Yes, so Francisco is returned after completing a BA in business at CSUSB to complete a master's in Spanish, and we're really glad he came back. This is his second master's. He actually also completed an MBA at the University of Redlands. And although I haven't had him in class, like, he's been an outstanding student. I saw him yesterday. He was on campus, and then I think he thought, I just wanted to clarify that he won the award because he's the only graduate this semester, but we did actually have 3 graduates from the master's program in the fall semester. So all 4 were under consideration, and the graduate faculty unanimously picked you, Francisco. So they all had great things to say about your work in class. And since I didn't have you in class, although we've done some advising together, I did want to read what Dr. Carmen D'Agostino said about you. So this is from Dr. D'Agostino, who couldn't make it. She said, Francisco's assignments stood out for their thoroughness, precision, and demonstration of excellent critical thinking skills. Beyond his academic excellence, Francisco is an organized, dedicated, and productive student. His natural patience, friendly demeanor, and engaging teaching style make him exceptionally well suited for a career in education. Given his strong analytical skills, pedagogical expertise, and commitment to excellence, I have no doubt that he will succeed in his future teaching career. So congratulations to Francisco. We're glad you came back to complete your master's in Spanish, and I hope you have a great trip to Spain after graduation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Francisco. Would you like to say a few words?
Yes, I would like to say that in first place, I'm sorry that I can express in English as I could in Spanish, but after studying education in Spain many years ago, I was out of the university for many years. I think I went back because I like to study literature, but for some reason I couldn't do it in Spain because of my job obligation. Then what I did a few years ago, now that I'm retired, a few years ago I came to this country and I decided to study literature because there was a pending assignment that I had to solve. So I came about 8 or 10 years ago. I hesitate about if I were gonna go to be able to finish the master, because at my age is not that easy. But I told to myself that the only thing I was not going to do was to quit. So I had to reach the final goal. I never been in this situation, but I really appreciate all the help that I got from Dr. Thomas and many, all the teachers and students in the university. I really appreciate, because that really helped me to finish and reach the point where I planned to go, to be. Anyway, thank you very much to all of you, teachers and students.
Congratulations, Francisco. We're so immensely
Thank
proud
you.
of you. Very well deserved. Thank you. All right. And so again, congratulations to all the students who won the Outstanding Student Award, and also congratulations to faculty who won the award. And again, a big shout out to faculty who took the time to write the nomination letters for our student, and also to all the faculty who are here today to pay tribute and to congratulate our student. Thank you. And so the next portion would be for us to recognize our faculty who are retiring. And so the first one is Dr. Terry Nelson from the World Language Literature department, especially for the French program. And Dr. George Thomas would like to say some few words about her now that she have decided to end her FERP this year. So
Yes,
Dr.
yeah, and I don't know if Terry was here, but it feels like just yesterday she had just started her FERP, but she decided to end it early. And technically, I started working here, before Terry was chair, and I didn't know about many of her accomplishments. So many of my colleagues did help to write the proclamation for her when she started her FERP, which, if people don't know, that's a tradition the Faculty Senate has. So what I'm going to read is really just a condensed version of that, because Terry has really contributed an immense amount of stuff to the department and the university as a whole. So if you didn't know about Professor Terry Nelson, Professor of French, she served as the WLL department chair for 6 years. She expanded at one time the number of languages offered to 27, which is really incredible considering that now we have only 11. She established the Arabic major and the Japanese minor, and she secured over $3 million in grants for language teaching. She founded CASLA, the Center for Advancement of Second Language Acquisition, for which she contributed the funding. She served as a faculty senator for 8 years, including 6 years on the executive committee and chair of EPRC and the DL policy committee. She pioneered the immersive, high-impact reacting to the past, or RTTP pedagogy at CSUSB, and introduced it into the honors program. She has won multiple teaching and innovation awards, which I can't mention all of them, but including the CSU Faculty Innovation and Leadership Award, the Reacting to the Past Brilliancy Award, the CLTA, California Language Teaching Association Outstanding Teacher Award, the Paul Allen Foundation Online Course Award, and she's won multiple times the Cal Outstanding Teaching and Instructionally Related Activities Award. So we hope Terry enjoys her retirement, and we appreciate all the contributions that she's made to the department and the university.
Thank you, Dr. Thomas. If you like, could also post the resolution about Dr. Nelson in the chat box if you like. And again, I have known Dr. Nelson for years, and she is a very innovative professor. I still remember during the COVID time, I had asked her to help our professor when we are forced to, transition to the online teaching form, and then she has really provided a lot of helpful assistance to the faculty. So she has made great positive impact, not only to the department, the French program, and also the entire campus community. And part of her role was also the helping out the TRC. So her impact was very long lasting in terms of the thing that she had to change us in terms of our pedagogical approaches, innovative pedagogical approach, like reacting to the past, that she also inspired other faculty to adapt to that kind of reaction to the past, very engaging, interactive pedagogy. So Dr. Nelson, congratulations on your retirement. And the next professor that we would like to recognize and who had decided to enter FERP is Dr. Michael Salvador. I think you were here. He is, I used to always call him, he is a rainmaker, and I have heard many departments who wanted external chair because what Michael has done, and as an external chair, how he transformed the department. So I recall many faculty from other departments, they say, I want Michael Salvador as my chair. I want an external chair like Michael. So as you could see that he's quite a legendary person in our college. So I know that Dr. Popisky would pay tribute to Dr. Salvador first. And anybody who wants to say something about Dr. Salvador, you are more than welcome to do so as well. And then after that, we'll have Dr. Salvador to say a few words. All right. Okay, Dr. Popescu.
Thank you, Dean Schwank. So it is a rare privilege to speak in honor of somebody whose impact on the Department of Communication and Media and on so many of us personally has been nothing short of transformative. Michael is not only a former chair of my department, a mentor and a treasured friend, but also the architect of a department reborn. When he stepped into leadership, our department was navigating a kind of existential crisis, as some of my colleagues remember. Communication studies, by its nature interdisciplinary, felt at times like the black sheep of the College of Arts and Letters. We were present, but not fully anchored. Michael changed all that. With vision and strong conviction, he made the case again and again, and with great effectiveness, that our field is not peripheral, but central to the intellectual life of the college. Under his leadership, our department didn't just find its footing, it flourished. He rebuilt our image, established bridges, and created a culture where everyone, from faculty and staff to the newest incoming student, could feel a genuine and joyous sense of belonging. And the results were unmistakable. An energized departmental mission, new strategic directions, soaring enrollment, flourishing student clubs, and a signature annual symposium that brought high-profile alumni back to campus and placed them into meaningful dialogue with our students. Today, many of us look back on that time, and rightly so, as our department's golden age. For me, Michael has been a model of enlightened and compassionate leadership. He stood always for faculty advocacy, never wavering in his belief that we do our best work when we are heard, trusted, and supported. And he has been to me a friend of uncommon grace, offering advice, both sage and timely, humor that disarms, and a steadiness that makes you believe that even when your house is burning down, things will somehow turn out fine. It has been very difficult with him away in Palm Desert, and it will be even more difficult to imagine a day without him being present in meetings, but I'm hoping that he will remain one phone call away. I'm so incredibly grateful to know him, to have worked with him, and to be able to call him with humility and pride, both mentor and friend. And Michael, you have left not just a mark, but a foundation and a legacy woven into the very fabric of who we are as a department. Big congratulations on starting this new stage of your journey. And please, please keep your phone close by, okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Popescu. And I have noticed there are other colleagues from the department would like to say some few words. I see that Professor Poole, you have your hand up.
Hello, thank you, Rilling. Michael, I'm really pleased for you. I'm sad for us, although you'll be around for a little bit during the FERP, which is great. Actually, Dr. Edna Martinez sent me something to read out, so I'll read that in a minute, and I'll be quick and brief. But I just wanted to say, Michael, you were a complete inspiration to me when I joined CSUSB in 2015, because many of you won't know, but Michael was assigned as my mentor 10 years ago, because I was hired as the chair of art and design. And as many of you know, I've been the interim chair of the Department of Communication and Media for the last 3 years. And honestly, Michael, you were amazing. You know, I was just in awe of how you interacted with us all in the Chairs Council, everything you were doing, all the plates you were spinning. You know, this is an impossible job, and you made it just seem amazing. And you seemed like you were enjoying it. And that's been one of the things that I've strived towards is to enjoy it and to find the enjoyment in an impossible job. And I thank you for that. I mean, I don't know if all of you know, but also Michael was the associate dean at the Palm Desert campus, and is now currently our man in the desert, representing communication and media and the college and Palm Desert more broadly, and Palm Desert campus more broadly, and CSUSB more broadly to the Coachella Valley and beyond, and is just doing an extraordinary job. You know, you have a way of bringing people together that I know I don't, but that I admire and I aspire to. And I'm just really grateful to have gotten to know you and to have worked with you. So thank you so much. If I may, I'll just read, Edna asked me if I would read this out, and it's pretty quick. So yes, Edna Martinez, the Vice President and Administrator in charge at the Palm Desert campus, had written that Michael, Dr. Salvador, is a true advocate for our students. His commitment to access and equity is unquestionable, from advocating for more in-person course offerings to leading the establishment of the 10 commuter link, the round-trip bus through Sunline Transit. His impact both outside and inside the classroom is profound. He is a validating agent who fosters students' aspirations. During one of PDC's community cleanup events, she says, I witnessed a beautiful exchange between a current student and a recent alumnus. Although they'd not previously met, they connected on one topic, their favorite professor, Dr. Michael Salvador. The excitement with which they recalled their experiences in the classroom with him was inspirational. They described him as always present, attentive, supportive, and kind, and praised his efforts to connect classroom learning with real-world applications. In short, Dr. Salvador exemplifies what it means to be a student-centered educator and leader. His tireless efforts to create equitable opportunities and his lasting impact on students make him an invaluable asset to our institution and our community. We are so fortunate to have him here at the Palm Desert campus.
Thank you, Professor Poole and Professor Popescu, for your very moving tribute to Michael Salvador. Anybody else from the audience would like to say a few words about Dr. Salvador? Anybody? If you like to, please raise your hand and I could recognize you. All right. Okay. I have known Professor Salvador for years. Again, I also consider him as a great mentor to our faculty and a good colleague. Remember when sometimes we'll have some phone call about certain things, and I saw his counsel. So thank you so much, Dr. Salvador, for being a great mentor to our faculty and for your immense positive impact on the department and the college and also the entire campus community, both on the main campus and PDC campus. So Dr. Salvador, would you like to say a few words?
Well, it's a little bit overwhelming, but I see Raisa raised her hand, so I don't want to cut Raisa off if you
I just wanted to say like how appreciative I am of Michael and the way he has mentored, counseled, and supported me. I mean, I've only had a taste of Michael's leadership, but I can attest to the impact that he has on people. And I'm so grateful and thankful that you're in our department, Michael.
All right, thank you, Dr. Alvarado. And Michael, would you like to say a few words?
Well, I'll keep this brief. I didn't expect that. It's kind of overwhelming. I just thanks to Mihaela and Matthew and Raisa. And I will just say that I've said this to my faculty. You know, I finished the last third of my career here at CSUSB, and while it was in some ways the most challenging years, my years as chair of the Department of Communication and Media were without a doubt the most fulfilling and rewarding of my entire career. And I feel a little, I don't know what the word is, but I just received so much more than I gave when you work with great faculty, like the faculty that we've been seeing here today, like Mihaela and AJ who won an award, and Raisa who won an award, TC, Julie, and the great students. I was fortunate to have Stephanie as a student. I just feel like I've gotten so much more back than I ever gave. And I'm just so appreciative of the support that I got from the dean, from my faculty, from the students. This is a really wonderful place. And I just am so grateful, just so deeply grateful to be finishing my career, you know, here. As Rayling and Raisa both said, I'm a product of CSU. I'm here because of the professors that I had at San Francisco State many, many years ago. And so I'm just really grateful. I'm grateful to everybody who's on this Zoom meeting right now for just participating in this wonderful place. And yes, I'm not going anywhere. I feel a little weird because I'm still going to be around for a few more years. You know, the reports of my death are greatly exaggerated, so I'll be here for a few more years, and we'll just love to stay connected with everybody here. And it was great. I just want to say it was great working with all the other chairs. I know Sunny was here earlier. Sunny was a chair when I was a chair. Matthew, I think Todd Johnson, I don't know if Todd's here. I think he's on the list. He was chair when I was here. Really great group. Couldn't imagine finishing my career in a better place. Just deep gratitude to everyone.
All right, thank you, Dr. Salvador, for your extraordinary contribution to our campus community. And we do count on you to stick around. So don't be a stranger. All right, okay. And so now next we would like to recognize Dr. Todd Johnson, who was also an external chair. And I remember he has been chair for years and years. Probably he was a 3-term chair maybe, and perhaps Dr. Stacey Fraser could attest to it. So Dr. Fraser would like to say a few words about Dr. Johnson, who is unable to attend today's Zoom call. And so, but Dr. Fraser is here.
Hi, everybody. So Todd has been my colleague for 18 years, since my time of hire. He's always been supportive of my work in the department, and we've had the opportunity to collaborate on some great projects, including the premiere of the opera Spiritual Forest by Japanese composer Koji Nakano. I asked Todd, I sent him an email last night to find out what he considers to be the highlights of his career here at CSUSB. So I'm going to read what he sent to me. The most meaningful thing to me would be to mention the fact that I was chair for 10 years and had the challenge of seeing the department through the Great Recession. I'm also proud of my work with the percussion students and the ensemble. In the past decade, I've taken the ensemble on tour to more than 20 high schools, performed for the California Percussive Arts Society's SoCal Day of Percussion, and performed several times for the California PAS's statewide competitive festival, most recently placing third in the event's percussion chamber music competition. Many of my percussion students have attended grad school, including the Bob Cole Conservatory at Long Beach, with many making careers as freelance performers and as teachers from the elementary through collegiate levels. I'm also proud of leading the way in developing online and hybrid coursework for the department, particularly for general education. online sections of the music appreciation course that I have developed have served on an average of nearly 1,000 students per year for the past decade. And that's a close quote. And I'm going to say, thank you, Todd, for your leadership, mentorship, and collaboration for almost 2 decades. Congratulations on your well-deserved retirement.
Thank you, Dr. Fraser. Is there anybody else who would also like to pay tribute to Dr. Johnson? Anybody? Again, if you'd like to say a few words about Dr. Johnson, please feel free to raise your hand. I have known Dr. Johnson for quite some time as well. When I was the associate dean, he was the chair of the music department. And what Dr. Fraser said about the music appreciation is completely true. You know, and to this day, he still continues to teach the music appreciation class and continue to inspire students and, you know, expose them to the wonderful magical power of music. So that was really his impact, his positive impact is very long lasting and also, you know, really quite widespread in not just for the music department, also all the students throughout the entire campus. So we are really appreciative of all his positive contribution to our campus community. And so if there's no other people who would like to say a few words about Dr. Johnson, the next person I would like to recognize is Professor Kurt Collins from the Art and Design Department. And I know Professor Collins is here, and Professor Gray would like to say a few words about Professor Collins as well. First.
Yes, I would be happy to. I thought maybe Kurt had to leave. I'm not sure if he was able to come back or not, but I noticed in the chat earlier he had another engagement. So I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad this is being recorded, so hopefully he'll watch the recording and for these comments. But Professor Collins, well, Kurt is retiring after 27 years of serving, being a great colleague in the Department of initially the Department of Art, now known as the Department of Art and Design, in large measure because of his dedication to the design field. Over that time, you can just imagine how many committees must have served on at college, university, and department levels, countless search committees, RPT committees, and curriculum committees. He's kind of spearheaded when we were going from Q to S, changing what had been kind of a concentration within the art degree to 3 standalone design degrees, the BA in Design Studies, a BFA in Design, and the BS in Design. He's always been an early adapter for technology. He was an early ATI fellow, early recipient of VETI grants. We started on, because of Kurt's dedication to this, started getting a lot of equipment to build our fab lab or fabrication laboratory or digital electronic technology. So things like a CNC laser cutter and CNC router, all of those things were kind of initially spearheaded by Kurt, including drones and for photography and video work, and virtual reality as an option, as a class, and even an earlier adapter of the use of AI. So he's been a role model in a lot of ways, and we're very excited for him. He's disclosed the other day he's got some really exciting travel plans. So we hope he has a really great and relaxing and well-deserved retirement.
Thank you, Professor Gray. Is there anybody else who would like to say a few words about Professor Collins? Yes, I saw him, and then unfortunately he had to log off. Yes, Professor Poole would also like to say a few words. So you raise your hand. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I'll be really brief, but I just wanted to say how much I enjoyed working with Kurt in my time as chair of Department of Art and then Department of Art and Design, as Kathy mentioned. All of what Kathy said is true. I admire him for all of that. You know, he really has been a visionary for the design area, transforming it into a 21st century discipline at CSUSB. And I always valued that incredibly deeply. I also valued his sense of humor as well. You know, often a little salty and often, you know, on the edge. it went hand in hand with the sort of playfulness of his intelligence and his enthusiasm. And I often really enjoyed the fact that when we had conversations about possibilities for design and for equipment that all the students could use in the department, you know, it was like playing in the school playground. You know, he had these wonderful ideas, not all of them possible, but just an enthusiasm and then, you know, a commitment to working out what was possible and working together with colleagues to make those things happen. I mean, for example, I remember when he was on the VETI grant committee, you know, he was extremely generous to junior colleagues who were applying to help them craft their applications to make them work, and they got the money, you know, they got the grants. So he's done some really amazing things. I'm definitely going to miss the fun and the excitement for futurology. I think is really his field. So yeah, I'm very grateful to have known him and worked with him, and I wish him well for a well-earned, relaxing retirement.
Thank you so much, Professor Poole and Professor Popescu. Would also like to say a few words about Professor Collins. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Shuang. So Kurt has had an understated but profound influence on how we think about innovation with educational technologies on campus. He is a co-founder of the Extended Reality for Learning Lab and a long-time advisor of the former Academic Technologies and Innovation Department. And in those roles, he's always had a knack for asking the right why questions about our technology adoption. And not only that, but he's always had a really loud voice of advocacy for things like participatory design, the role of serious games, and generally dreaming big. And his ideas for preparing students for future jobs and his constant out-of-the-box thinking inspired a complete reorganization of our approach to virtual reality in the lab. And I really want to thank him for providing so much inspiration and energy to those efforts. I'm really going to miss him, and I'm going to miss our ideation sessions. So I just want to thank him again for his inspiration and brilliance, and to wish him all the best in his new journey.
Thank you, Dr. Popescu. Anybody else would like to say a few words about Professor Collins? I have known Professor Collins for a long time, and as alluded by Professor Poole and Professor Popescu, I really think Professor Collins, he's kind of the architect of the design program, and he really worked on building the design program's empire. And again, his impact is very long lasting, and he had affected so many students on our campus and also beyond our campus, because he's also was asked by the chancellor's office to participate in different kind of innovative kind of project at the chancellor's office level as well. So again, congratulations, Dr. Collins and Professor Collins, for your retirement. Best wishes for him. And so now, next, I would like to recognize Dr. Ned Davidson, and who was unfortunately could not come here. And is there anybody who would like to say anything about Dr. Davidson before I say a few words about him? I have known Dr. Davidson for years. Okay, Professor Poole. Yes, you raised your hand.
Sorry, since nobody else did, and also because Matthew deserves extraordinary recognition. I know Matt from, I know Dr. Davidson from the Chair's Council over the last 10 years, because he's volunteered to be the department chair of philosophy numerous times. And I always admired his clear thinking, his strident belief in what he was saying. And we also coincided with what we believed often. And so we would sort of tag team to make Dean Chuang's life and Dean Bowman's life a bit of a misery if we disagreed. But no, he was always very supportive, always, fantastic chair, advocating for the Department of Philosophy. I really valued his presence on the College Chairs Council and the University Chairs Council because of all his contributions. And miraculously, he has written so much whilst also being a department chair. And he continues, and he will continue to do so in his retirement. So yeah, it's just been a pleasure and an honor to work next to him. So thanks.
Thank you, Professor Poole. Yes, I remember Dr. Davison. He's, I have known him for years, and I always joke about he had a cult following. I always mention because his classes are very, very popular to students, and so he had many students who love to take his class, and his expertise is epistemology, knowledge, and ontology, issue dealing with reality. And one of the things I admire about him is his determination to write, as all the professors know, and also students as well. Writing sometimes is incredibly very lonely journey, and it is consistently a test of someone's determination and perseverance. And I really admire that he, especially in the past few years, he is determined to pretty much publish at least a book a year. So I have one of his books that he wrote about epistemology and ontology, about knowledge and reality. And so I really, really, really like that about him, that not only he's a fantastic professor, but he's also a very prolific writer and a book publisher now. And so best wishes to his retirement, and we'll miss him. And so now I would like to recognize Dr. Stacy Fraser, who serendipitously won both outstanding faculty at the university level. It's a very prestigious award. She also won the outstanding professor in research and creativity at the college level. And I know, Dr. Fraser, you are here. So now without further ado, we would like to spotlight you and have you say a few words.
Thank you, Dean Chuang. Well, first of all, thank you to my colleague Leslie Layton for the nominations, plural. It was a lovely surprise, and I appreciate all that she does in the department for us. And she is certainly a great artist in her own right. Thank you to the awards committees of both Cal and CSUSB. I'm deeply honored. Thank you, Dean Chuang, for your guidance and mentorship over the years, especially during my 4 years as chair. And thank you to Vice Provost Campbell, Provost Mohammed, and President Morales. Thank you to the faculty and staff in both music and the theater arts departments, and to my collaborators across campus, including Andre Harrington, Kat Erickson, James Trotter, Guillermo, all who I've roped into several projects, I think, since I arrived in 2008. Thank you to Terry Donovan Smith, who I consider to be my mentor. We have done a lot of projects together over the years. I continue to learn. And to Alistair Edmonston, who is the backbone of really everything we do in this music department. In fact, we just came from one of our students' recitals, and which was beautifully done by both he and David Henry. I treasure your skill, talent, and friendship, Alistair. 18 years ago, I came to CSUSB with a freshly minted doctoral degree, a 1-year-old baby, and over 300 performances under my belt as a young artist at San Diego Opera. My experience in opera was standing in front of 50-foot high sets, huge voices, fly rails, and jeweled, adorned costumes and capes. And yes, that does happen in the opera world, but it's not what makes or breaks a production. Opera, like all forms of theater, is about storytelling and the work, the technique, of course, but our real mission is to tell a story. If the story isn't there, it cannot be masked by even the most beautiful of sets. Over the years, I've had to be pretty creative with a limited budget, but I often wonder if that is what has helped me to find that creativity. I am so proud of our most recent production, the AIDS Quilt Songbook, an empty stage with 6 blocks, a piano, an ivy pole, and a gurney. And a beautiful cast of students dressed in scrubs who told the stories of people who have largely been forgotten. It was a risky choice, especially in these challenging times when the arts are threatened, and in particular the works that embrace our differences. I couldn't be prouder of their commitment and trust and their willingness to do the work. Thank you, CSUSB faculty, staff, and students for allowing me to share what I love to do, and to my family who have supported me from the beginning. It's been an amazing almost 2 decades. Make art, tell your stories, inspire. This is the moment.
Congratulations, Dr. Fraser. What a wonderful award that you have been receiving. Very, very deserving and very, very impressive. With all your collaborators and all those grants, as I said, it is very difficult, especially for the performing arts field faculty, to win a big, research award or grants, because you have to kind of explain it to people who are not in the discipline to understand there is a method to it, and you were able to articulate it very well. That's why you won the very prestigious, grant like NEA, which is very, very National Endowment Arts. It's very, very difficult, very extremely competitive. And in addition to that, of course, you also have, many of your art projects involve collaborating with Grammy Award winners, Pulitzer Prize winner. You have performed at many international, renowned, like top-notch, opera house in various countries. So again, that's a testament to your wonderful, remarkable achievement as a scholar, as a professor, and also as an artist and as a singer as well. So congratulations, Dr. Fraser, for your remarkable awards. And so thank you. Anybody else would like to say something about Dr. Fraser before we went on to the next part, which is now would be to give out our awards. So we have a gift card, and Emily and I, we have discussed what is the best way to do it. So Emily, I'm just gonna go by you will just go by the list on your participant list. I think the easiest way is I'll just randomly pick a number, and then Emily, you will go down the people. So I'll go randomly pick number 1 to 40, and then I'll pick a number, and then Emily, you will go down the list and tell us who is the winner of the gift card. So now I'm gonna look at the number here. I look at my phone, May 16th, so I'll pick number 16, 16, and we'll see on the participants list who is number 16, Emily, on your participants list, and you will tell us who is the winner of the Starbucks gift card award.
Kevin Zhang.
Kevin, congratulations, yoo-hoo! More coffee, more tea for you, right? Congratulations, Kevin, for winning the gift card. And so this concludes our celebration of our remarkable, really, really great year. Again, time is tough, but we not only made it, we actually had accomplished a lot. And again, thank you to all the professors and also all the staff for your mentorship, for your immense contribution to our college. Without you, not only the college would not, thrive, but also our students will not be able to maximize their potential, and also our professor will not be able to be their most amazing self. So a big shout out to all our staff. Can we give them big, heart emoji or claps for all our staff for your immense contribution to our college, to our faculty, to our students. I really, truly appreciate all our staff, their commitment, their dedication. Oftentimes, again, I always hear the staff telling me, we are here for the student, and we're here for the student. So thank you to all the staff who consistently reminding me the importance of serving our student and also our community. And again, a big shout out to faculty for inspiring us, for turning the light bulb on for our student, for again showing our student the way and maximizing their potential. And we talk about that, you know, without you faculty, some of the student may not have known that they have the in them, right? Oftentimes, again, I hear many students told me that, well, I didn't think I could do this. Have I not had this faculty who pointed this out to me, I would have never thought about I could do this, right? I would not have gone to this graduate school had I have not this faculty who asked me, have you ever thought about XYZ, right? So again, big shout out to our faculty for your remarkable achievement, for being a wonderful professor, and for all your research and creative activity, for inspiring us, for inspiring our students. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And also thank you to all the speakers today who help us celebrate our faculty and students' achievement. And thank you to all the audience who stay to help us celebrate our remarkable faculty and students well. A deep gratitude to all you have done for the college. And also again, a big shout out to Emily, Rachel, and Diana, Deanna, and Michelle, and Par Stu in our amazing Dean's office team. Without you, I would not be able to survive. I'll be drowning in water. So thank you all for our fantastic team in the Dean's office. And again, thank you all for all your remarkable contribution to the department and the college and the campus. And I hope you have a wonderful summer break. We all need a little bit of reprieve, and I hope you have a really restorative summer break. And thank you all for all you have done for all of us. Thank you. And congratulations to all the people being recognized today. And thank you again for all the speakers today at this event. Thank you. And please enjoy your summer. Take some break as well. Thank you. Bye-bye. And Kevin will give you the gift card. Maybe we'll put it in your mailbox. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.